I'm here this evening with Louis, who's one of the members of my youth commission that's recently been set up across Sussex. And I'm going to talk to Louis and introduce you. So, hello.
Hi there.
Now, you're a member of the Sussex Youth Commission, which is the first time this has been set up. And I've asked all the young people that are members to look at certain subjects. And you've chosen to look at...
We've chosen to look at drugs and alcohol abuse.
And why do you think drugs and alcohol was so important? What was it in it that made you want to look at that?
I think it's because a lot of young people drink alcohol, obviously, and usually sometimes to excess. And it's becoming a prominent problem, drugs are. And so that's something we want to nip in the bud and tackle before it gets too big, especially with legal highs.
And it's quite important, I suppose, that the police understand how young people feel about drugs and alcohol, isn't it? So have you been having lots of conversations?
Yep. Yeah, in our last meeting we spoke with a police officer about the laws concerning some of drug possession and drinking excess and drinking underage. And a lot of people, it was new to them to know that it was illegal to drink in a licensed premises underage and things like that.
Okay. So did you learn anything from her? Because I remember some of them saying around the texting.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a lot of people learned new things. A lot of people, as you say, were intrigued and surprised to find out it was illegal to send a naked picture of yourself to somebody else. Shocked everybody. Everyone was pretty surprised. A lot of deleted texts were going on.
So obviously you're learning something from the police, but I think it's really important they learn something from you. Yeah. So how many people are you hoping to chat to your age?
Yep. Well, we're planning to go into schools and colleges, and the survey itself is planned to go for over 1,000, I think, people. And personally, our campaign about drugs and alcohol, we aim to go into sixth form colleges to talk mainly on drugs, and but probably year 10 and year 11 students to talk about alcohol abuse.
Yeah. Really important age group to tackle, isn't it? Yeah. And do you have any brothers and sisters yourself?
Yeah, I've got 3 older brothers.
3 older?
Yeah.
So you're the baby of the family. Oh my goodness. And what do they think of you being a member of the Youth Commission?
Yeah, I think it's good. The youngest one apart from me is just applied to be in the police as a community support officer. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot you'll be able to teach him then. Fantastic. Yeah, well, thanks very much, Louis. And we'll sign off now, I think. Give a wave to the camera.
Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Cherry. I'm from the Youth Police Commissioner, which is a group of young people around Sussex, and I'm here today to talk to 2 young girls about the experiences of bullying and how we can tackle it as a group. Hello, so what's your name?
Winona.
What's yours?
Lucy.
Lucy. Right, I'm here today to talk with these 2 girls about my project on bullying. Have you ever experienced or witnessed bullying?
Yeah, I've experienced it before when I was in year 5. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I've experienced it in year 9.
Year 9. Yeah. Did anyone deal with it? How did they deal with it?
Teachers, they would talk to them and stuff, and then sort it out instantly, because the bullying was really bad at school, and that's why. Yeah.
Okay. And what about you?
Yeah, my teachers spoke to them, and my friends spoke to them, and it just got dealt with that. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think the police could do anything to prevent it even more?
After they've been spoken, I think the police would speak to them as well, so they won't do it again, so they'll be kind of scared.
Yeah, I think the police should speak to them individually, when they're not with a group of friends, because it's usually when they're on their own, or in a mature way with someone they don't know, because it's not they're not pointing the finger at them, they're just talking to them about why they feel like they need to be horrible to people.
So you think they can have one-to-one meetings and that in schools, yeah?
Yeah.
I think bullying is a really major project, especially in schools and that, and we just want to try and do as best as we can to get it solved and prevent it even more.
So to continue on the young people and youth theme, I wanted to tell you about the Young Witness Service in Sussex. I have just guaranteed funding for the next 2 years for this particular service. It's made up of volunteers, and these are adults who help young people as young as 5 and up to the age of 17 when they've been a victim of crime or a witness to a crime. They help them go through the criminal justice system. So they will help them if they have to appear in court, and they'll explain what happens, and they'll accompany them to the court and stay with them throughout the experience. Massively important, this service, and there's only 7 of them in the UK at the moment, so I'm really delighted that Sussex has one of these to offer our young victims and witnesses. And what particularly interested me with this was the fact that last year the Young Witness Service in Sussex helped nearly 400 young people through their journey through the courts. And of those 400, 40% of them were victims of serious sexual offence, which I find incredibly shocking and really distressing. So I'm absolutely delighted to be able to guarantee their funding for the next 2 years. And we know that young people in Sussex get the very best possible service if they are a victim or a witness to a crime. Well, you won't be amazed who I've just come across while we're here at White Rock in Hastings. This is PC Kate Brookman, who is one of the Sussex Police Schools liaison officers, and I'm going to introduce you and ask her to explain a bit about what they do. So, hello Kate.
Hello Katie, it's really nice to see you here this evening, and I'm really pleased to be here.
Brilliant, thank you. Now, what do you do with Sussex Police as a police liaison officer?
I cover the whole of the South Wealdon area, and I work in approximately 23 primary schools, 3 secondary schools, delivering the Inspire programme, but also working on initiatives, looking at keeping young people out of trouble with the police, so a lot of crime prevention, diversion schemes, those kind of things. Yeah. Very busy day I have every day.
I know, because I've joined you for one of those days, and we went from reception class, didn't we? Right up to the...
right up to year 11.
That's right.
And I have to say, they still talk about it. Your assembly at HCC was mentioned to me recently by one of the pupils there.
Well, hopefully in good terms. Anyway,
in very good terms.
So all the young people know you as PC Kate, and we've just found out that one of the girls who works in my office, you were her school's liaison officer when she was at school.
And that makes me feel very old, Katie. It makes me feel very old. But I love my job, and that's why I've been doing it for such a long time now.
Yeah. And I found one of the classes you did for the older children was around knives at the time, the one I sat in on, wasn't it? And teaching them about what they could and couldn't carry.
Yeah. It's a lot of the work we do is about getting them to understand their responsibilities in terms of behaviour within the community, but also within, what's right and what's wrong. So yeah, we talked about knives on that particular day, but obviously we've got a whole host of lessons that we do, and a number of those around drugs and alcohol, which of course is what tonight's all about.
Absolutely. So tonight we've got the Rock Challenge, which has taken place in West Sussex already and is now tonight taking place in the east of the county. And Rock Challenge is about, it's an international programme around drugs and alcohol awareness. And we've got PC Caroline Adams, who's chatting in the corner. I'm going to call her over in a minute to tell you a bit more about it. So, Caroline, come and introduce yourself. She's very embarrassed by this. So, this is PC Caroline, who's going to tell us a bit about the Rock Challenge.
Hello there. Rock Challenge has been going in Sussex for about 12 years that we've been contributing to, and it's an opportunity for young people to produce a piece of performing arts on stage and experience a drug-free high whilst doing so.
That sounds like quite a tall order, actually. So there's a lot of schools involved, and they have to do an 8-minute piece on stage. Yeah. And the idea is that the school before this prepare them.
Yeah, the young people will have been rehearsing for months and months to get their performance up to scratch, because the standard is very, very high. And that's part of the bonus, that young people have to be in school, they have to attend the rehearsals, and during that time they have to sign a contract to say that they're going to be drug, alcohol and smoking free.
Okay, so quite a tall order really, but a great way to entertain them and teach them about the bad things that happen if you go on drugs. So brilliant. Well, I'm looking forward to the performances tonight. I know I get to present a prize later. Do you?
Yes, unfortunately.
And
she says that.
As I'm not presenting any prizes, can I be a little bit biased here and just say go HCC?
Oh, okay. Well, there we are then. We know who you're backing tonight. So big thank you to the ladies. There's the bell. That's our cue to go to the performance. Thank you.